Here's some tips for using word problems to represent adding and subtracting with positive integers. So I'm going to use some fairly simple word problems here that we can use as a good foundation for when we move on to negative integers, which are a little more difficult to think about intuitively. So I'm going to start with the problem 3 plus 2. And we're going to imagine we've got 3 apples to start with. We add 2 more. How many apples do we have in total? 5. If I represented this on a number line, we're starting at the number 3, we're moving 2 spaces to the right and ending at the number 5. Moving on to subtraction, let's do 3 minus 2. Again, we'll use 3 apples to start with, but this time I'm going to imagine that I eat 2 of the apples. How many apples do I have left? So I have 1 apple left. And if I draw this on a number line, it would look like the following. Again, I would start on the number 3, only this time I would move 2 spaces to the left, and I would end up at the number 1. So that's one way of thinking about subtraction, as taking away from. Another way to think about subtraction is as a comparison or a difference. And so temperature works quite well for this. If I think about this thermometer here, starting at 0 degrees Celsius, and as the mercury rises, represents 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, and so on. So let's imagine that it's 3 degrees Celsius in Victoria. And at the same time, let's suppose it's only 2 degrees in Vancouver. So we could ask the question, how much warmer is it in Victoria than it is in Vancouver? And so if we write that out, we would be asking the question, what is the difference between 3 degrees Celsius and 2 degrees Celsius? So 3 minus 2, and again we get the answer 1. So there's 2 different ways of representing subtraction here. One was thinking about taking away from, and then the second way was thinking about a difference. And this is going to be useful when we think about adding and subtracting with negative integers, which we'll do in the next video.